to all Gunners fans all around the world. Hi to all football enthusiasts all around the world. You're welcome to another edition of the Arsenal Alchemy. And today we want to make a kind of comparison between two very great players of the EPL, two absolute legends of the game, two greats of the game. One has since retired, while the other one is still playing and playing well. And he doesn't look like he is going to stop anytime soon. We're talking about Thierry Henry of Arsenal and Mo Salah of Liverpool. You know, we want to make a comparison between the two players at their prime. Of course, Thierry Henry has since retired after an illustrious career for club and country. While Mo Salah is, arguably the best player to ever have played, one of the best players to ever have played for in the Premier League, and definitely the best player to ever have played for Egypt, and you could argue in Africa as a whole. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about this comparison? Like, I am old enough to know when Thierry Henry first came to Arsenal. He came from Juventus, and I think it was actually 1999. It was the winter transfer window. And he came, and don't forget that the year before he came, we had Nicolas Anelka, whom was firing, but due to internal issues, he had to move to Real Madrid. So then we had just Kanu Nwankwo, Ray Parlour, and Dennis Beckham. We didn't have any top number 9. So, in fact, when we even bought Thierry Henry from Juventus, we bought him as a winger. We bought him as a winger, and Arsene Wenger was going to use Nwankwo Kanu as his 9. So Thierry Henry came in that season, and from when he came in, he was electric. He was electric from when he came in, scoring, assisting, using his pace. He was 21 or 22 when he came in. And, he set the Premier League on fire. He set it alight. He was electric. He's arguably the greatest player that ever played in the Premier League. If you ask me, I'll tell you he's the greatest player. He's not a highest goal scoring player, but he's the greatest player in terms of dribbles, in terms of speed, in terms of goal scoring, in terms of accuracy, in terms of assists, in terms of charisma. Thierry Henry was a role model to most people playing football today. To most people playing football today, you heard Ole Watkins talking about Thierry Henry, how he wanted to be like him. Almost every footballer wanted to be like him. In my home country, Nigeria, we gave him a name, Igwe, which means king. He was the king of the Premier League. The only disappointing thing is he didn't win enough Premier League. He won just 2 Premier League and about 4 FA Cups. Domestically, he did good. He did okay. Another disappointing part of his stats is that he didn't win anything in Europe with Arsenal. He didn't win anything. Of course, he played 2 finals. He played the Champions League final, and he played the UEFA Cup final, which we lost to Galatasaray. And in the final of the Champions League, we lost to Barcelona. I still get sleepless nights for that game in Barcelona, you know. And, so Thierry Henry, this were the shortcomings he had in his career, not achieving much in Europe. He was, but in the domestic front, the guy was a king. He was a legend. Of course, he was part of the team that went the whole season in the EPL without losing a single game. That season, Thierry Henry scored 33 goals. So in all his career in Arsenal, in the EPL, he scored 175 goals in 8.5 seasons. He made 74 assists in that period. And in all competition, Thierry Henry scored 257 goals. That is some huge numbers. And I still think he's the greatest player to ever play in the Premier League. All bias aside, but you needed to have watched this guy week in, week out to corroborate my point. This guy was a nightmare to defenders. He used both legs, left, right. He used headers. He created assists. And of course, he had great players around him too. So that is Thierry Henry's stats. Now we come to Mo Salah. Mo Salah has, of course, played more games in the EPL than Thierry Henry. Then most of his achievements are based on club representation. He hasn't really done so much for Egypt. I feel Mo Salah should have at least won the African Cup of Nations with Egypt. He only made the final once, which is not good enough. But in the EPL, in his club career, it's a different story. Especially, we are focusing on his Liverpool career. But don't forget, he was in Chelsea for about 2 seasons before he went on loan to Fiorentina. From Fiorentina, I think he went to Roma. From Roma, he then came to Liverpool. So he had some Premier League experience before he came to Liverpool. He had very few games in for Chelsea because of the players ahead of him. He had no chance in displacing those players. They were ahead of him. He wasn't quite ready, but he was a promising player. So they sent him on loan twice, and Liverpool then bought him from Roma for, I think, £36 million. What a bargain that was, because his first season alone in Liverpool, he made about 26 goals. He made about 26 goals in his first season. And that season they played the UEFA. That was 2017-2018 season. They made the Champions League final, but of course they lost to Real Madrid in that game. Don't forget he dislocated his shoulder in that game due to a tackle by Sergio Ramos. But going forward, this guy achieved everything with Liverpool, both domestically and in Europe. This guy is 32 now, and we're talking of a 32-year-old, and there's shout for him to receive the Ballon d'Or. He uses both legs. I don't think he's very good in the air, but he uses both legs accurately. He is a fantastic player. He's a good dribbler. He provides assists as well. Good vision, good eye for goal, very strong. You don't easily dispossess him of the ball. And in his career for Liverpool, he has scored 239 goals in all competition. And he has scored 179. He has scored 179 goals for Liverpool. 179 goals for Liverpool and 78 assists. This guy is the real deal. You know, he is, if there is anyone you can compare to Thierry Henry, it is Mo Salah. I love to watch Mo Salah. Mo Salah could be quiet in a game, but he changes a game in an instant. You give him the ball, he is the deadliest player I have ever seen in my life in the box. You can mention Ronaldo, you can mention Messi, but this guy in the box, even outside the box, to score that much goal from the wings as a player in the EPL. Because to me, EPL, the English Premier League, is the toughest league in the world, is the most competitive league, is the most watchable league in the world. Competitive in the sense that any team can win you. For you to go on a run of 10, 12 games in the EPL without losing, it shows you are a very, very remarkable team. This guy, Mo Salah, has defied all odds, even at 32. This season, he has been by far the best player in the EPL. We've seen players like Raheem Sterling at 29, 30. He has no legs, he can't even run. Mo Salah plays almost every game at 90 minutes. He scores and assists in almost every game. If there is a player you can compare to Thierry Henry, it is Mo Salah. While he doesn't have the charisma of Thierry Henry, Thierry Henry played the game in a beautiful way. His touches, the way he dribbles, his pace, his burst of pace, the way he takes on defenders, and the way he scores is a beauty. Perhaps Salah doesn't have that charisma, he doesn't have that finesse, but he makes up for it with every other thing. His presence on the pitch will be felt. He can score from any angle. His vision, the way he moves. I mean, he's 32. At 32, Thierry Henry wasn't scoring 22 league goals. But this guy is still doing it. While Thierry Henry still remains my favorite player of all time, what do you think about Mo Salah? Do you think he's better than Thierry Henry? Do you think Mo Salah has surpassed everything Thierry Henry has done and should be the greatest player in the EPL? It's an argument. It's an argument you can argue about because Mo Salah won a lot of European cups. He won a lot of European titles, which Thierry Henry never did with Arsenal. So with that, I should be able to edge Mo Salah due to his accomplishments in Liverpool. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Please do subscribe, comment, like these videos, and interact with us in the comment section. For now, it's goodbye.